Coming up on MCTV this week, we look at some new building codes that may affect residents of the City of Monmouth. And last night, the faculty voted on a new college calendar. This week starts now. Welcome to MCTV This Week. For Haley Turner, I'm Gabby Shirley. On October 17th, the City Council meeting is set to vote on the new property maintenance codes for the City of Monmouth. The set of codes is part of the Mayor's plan to enhance property values and also the City of Monmouth as a whole. As one of the 4 initiatives from the Mayor to improve the community, the code covers the maintenance of all property in the city, from commercial to residential.
We don't have anything like that, so you can't really enforce telling people they need to take care of their property if you don't have any way to back it up. So that's step one.
I think it would be wonderful because we have to keep things in good shape around here, and it's important if we want our city to survive and attract other people to come to live.
The ordinances encompass the whole town of Monmouth, and according to Skydema, don't just target specific areas.
But we've got like problems all over the place. Realizing on some of the problems with some of our problem properties that we have are these big old houses that have been converted into apartment. You know, take a single family Victorian house and throw 7 or 8 apartments in it. Those aren't up to code at all.
It's not a bad idea to have people keep halfway a decent, appearance to their home. I think they need to think about that a little bit more, because it's going to be hard enough getting people to move into town without all the restrictions. There's, we pay taxes for a reason. And a lot of the people here in town, with the economy being the way it is, are having enough trouble buying groceries without having to worry about their house being taken away because they can't paint it.
Skydema says the city will work with volunteer groups such as Warren Achievement Center to help lower income residents comply with the ordinance.
We don't want to punish anybody. If we have to, we will. But what we really want is, if an old couple, that their paint's peeling, we want to give them a method and a path for compliance, rather than just say, you got to do this.
With the vote scheduled for the next meeting, Skydema says that change to the community will not be overnight.
You can kind of tell this isn't a sprint, it's more of a marathon. It's going to take years.
So Gabby, what has been the response from the citizens of Monmouth?
According to Skydema, the response has been overwhelmingly positive, with many saying it's about time.
Faculty met last night for the second round of voting on the 4-4 plan. Tuesday evening, faculty convened to discuss the 4-4 calendar proposal and 3 amendments. The calendar change passed with 2 of the 3 amendments focusing on programs which may require more than 14 courses for a major, and students being able to take participation courses such as music ensembles that do not count towards the 4-course load for each semester.
In the end, the final vote was to vote on that 4-4 calendar with those 2 amendments. And I'm happy to say that that has passed, and we can begin the fun stuff now of creating stronger majors.
It got vigorous at various points. It got maybe even heated at certain points, but that's really about the fact of faculty who care about their students.
The new calendar should go into effect next fall. For more information on the meeting, you can visit mccourier.com.
Taking a look at some events on campus this week. The first international luncheon of the year is tomorrow at noon in the Highlander Room with Chris Falkenrath. Gary Carson's art exhibit will be on display in the Len G. Everett Gallery starting this Friday from 3 to 5, and there will also be a reception. Finally, fall break begins this Friday after classes.
Coming up in sports after the break. Baseball loosens up a little bit outside this fall before they hit indoors for the winter.
Of course.
Welcome back. After a 2011 season that saw them flirt with a conference title, MC Baseball is back this season primed for a run at the NCAA tournament. Kyle McEwen has more.
Coming off a 17-15 season and a first-round conference tournament loss 1 year ago, Coach Sanders' squad is laden with seniors looking to go out on top. Senior third baseman Caleb Rule, one of 4 all-conference selections returning to this year's team, feels pitching is the key to success.
Everybody's been working hard, and besides our seniors and our hitters, we're going to have to get some really good pitching. Our pitching was good last year for most of the season, and then towards the end, we lost a couple guys early. We just kind of patched together some pitching in the conference tournament, but I really like the way the fall has gone so far. We got a lot of guys working hard, trying to get better.
Coach Sanders is also confident heading into the season.
I think the team to beat the conference would be us. I'm a very confident person. Our kids are too. Obviously, Grinnell won our division last year, and Rippon's defending conference champ. But we have as much talent as anybody, and I think we can be actually the team to beat this year.
For MCTV Sports, I'm Kyle McEwen.
Fighting Scots begin their 2012 campaign with a spring trip down to Fort Myers, Florida. That'll begin March 5th. Now, it's a little bit windy, but that's never stopped the women's soccer team as they faced the University of Dubuque last Wednesday. In the first period, Monmouth took the lead 1-0 when Ashley Reynoso scored the first goal of the game. And it wasn't until the second half when Dubuque tied the game up 1-1 and forced the game into overtime. Monmouth held through in overtime, but it wasn't until the last 45 seconds when Dubuque scored the game-winning goal.
What we're really good at, I feel like, is we're a close-knit team. Since we're so close, we can trust each other, and that's a huge thing with having so many people on the fields that we can rely on each other to run back or, to switch, so that's a good thing to have on a big soccer team.
The girls will be at home this Saturday against Lawrence. We'll be back in just a second. Here are your scores for this week.
On Wednesday night, Monmouth College was the host to a duel between pianos. The pianists from Rochester, Michigan, returned to the Scotland Yard stage last week. The duo took requests from the audience, performing songs from top artists trained down to childhood memories like Disney's Aladdin and The Little Mermaid.
I really love piano music, and these guys do it spectacularly well. So everything about tonight is just pretty much awesome.
You can learn more about Dueling Pianos by visiting their website, midwestduelingpianos.com.
That's MCTV This Week. I'm Ross Donnan.
And I'm Gabby Shirley. Make sure to tune in 2 weeks from now for an all-new edition of MCTV This Week.
And I'm Haley Turner. You can also watch us on the web by going to monmouthcollege.edu/MCTV. Have a great fall break.